I would like to continue this discussion, maybe in the more, as an economist, classical terms, and then thinking first how we thought about money and where we are now with the contemporary money and with the financial market institutions. And first, when we as economists think about money, they think about the basic three functions as a tool to measure value, and then to facilitate the exchanges, the market, and the tool to be rich, as the correct treasure to capitalize, to live on the interest. If we look at the money for economists, this is the most important economic invention ever happened. The most important innovation. I mean, they wouldn't have the economy, globalization, without money. So, but as each institution, I mean, we need to keep trust, and we need to reform this institution. We saw the reforms of money from metal, from precious metal, silver and gold, to the paper money based on the golden parities, and finally to money without golden parity. We abandoned gold standards, you know. So, and then with the development of the financial market, we allowed not only the kings, the central banks, but other banks and other financial institutions to emit money. And so with each stage, we're emitting more and more money and losing control about the amount. It reminds me how in the medieval time was cheating on the metal money, you know, and then the cheating, if I will use the colloquial language, you know, has increased significantly. And then, I mean, the financial crisis, which was related to the new financial institution emitting new forms of money, new instruments which were so complicated, so sophisticated, that not many people were able to control, we got in serious troubles. So, for money, the institutions which are supervising are as equally important as money themselves, as money itself. Because if we undermine the trust, we undermine the basics of economy, we undermine the basic economic relations between employer and employees, between the state and the population. So, anyway, if we think about that, we have $250 trillion total global financial market. Who controls this stock? And this is one of the reasons that if we do not control, there are many fields of abuses and crises. And I think that with these new instruments, we observed that they were introduced without appropriate supervision. I don't know whether the institutions were strong enough to supervise and they didn't perform their duties, or they were not able, by design, perform their duties. This is what we discussed, I guess, the first day a little bit with Neantro presentation. But the problem is that financial institutions, instead of facilitating exchanges, facilitating development, financing, raising resources, offer easy access to casino. It became big Las Vegas, global Las Vegas, because now we have 24/7 non-stop financial market working, and then this is without appropriate control. So money facilitated the fast development, the globalization of the economy, but with insufficient investment in institutions, particularly at the global level, but also at national level, we are losing control of this innovation. So since we are here talking about new economy, should we have a global central bank which will check the money emission? There were, because of the pressure, I mean, one of the reasons was of this lack of control of the money and leading to the collapse, insufficient capital requirement for banks to issue credits, and they led to the crisis. It was combined also with the financial institutions with the bonuses system on the performance, short-term performance, quarterly performance, that encourage them to play on the exchange instead of investing in a real economy. Anyway, I think that we should not blame the money by itself, but we need to blame insufficient effort to build institutions, maintain them, and update. I think that institutions, as a result, as a social capital, as a product, I mean, the trust, they need to be reinvested all the time, monitored, and I don't see any political forces, nationally, globally, which would be sufficiently concerned. There is a lot of politics, and because financial institutions are everywhere, from United States to Poland, financing the election campaign. And this is the political corruption period. And so anyway, we need to come back to the institutions, to revise the institutions, reform them, and then, but building institutions require a dialogue and honest conversation, openness, and transparency. This is something what is lacking with these financial institutions. Thank you.